Denied.
Where are they at?
I don't know where everyone is.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Is it because we had to restart Twitch?
we've got sound.
Oh, good. Hi, everybody. If you are joining into Symphony Entertainment's Symphony Sonatas, we are struggling with technology because Bridgett is doing it for the first time by herself under supervision. So give us a quick second and we'll try to get our lives together.
How will they see my trademark physical comedy?
Click on that drop down arrow.
Okay.
Go down to Zoom meeting again.
Zoom meeting again.
All right, never mind. Cancel it or delete it.
Delete it.
This is how the Twitch gets
say,
made.
Hey, we'll be right back.
I mean, you can leave it up if you don't mind them watching you move things around.
Oh, okay. Guys, if you're watching, just level us through this. We're going to try to figure out our technology and figure out where I went wrong. And you're probably going to hear all of it too, so congrats.
You're going to hear the live stream sausage get made.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, Heinrich and Bucho. Alex came up with a great idea. Can you keep the viewers company while I figure out my tech?
Sure.
We could be entertaining.
Let's do this. Heinrich, you have just released an incredible supplement for what I think is probably any game system realistically. Do you want to talk briefly about some of the things that you put into your Heinrich's Guide to Character Creation?
Wow, Bucho, what a natural and unplanned segue. Well, I'm a greedy, selfish content creator, so I'm certainly not going to turn down an opportunity to plug my stuff. So character creation guide. If there are any old timers like myself out there who used these types of character creation books in the early 90s, I wanted to reproduce the experience for modern day Call of Cthulhu. And it's a book that takes you from your character's birth all the way to the start of your campaign. Bucho, can anyone actually see us?
Oh yeah, we're up live now.
Oh, well,
yeah,
then I
you're
should
good.
start with my physical comedy. No, it is a fantastic book to just generate amazing backstories. You can see some Let's Plays of it on Heinrich Moore Presents. And it helps inspire campaign ideas. It helps inspire character ideas to give you just a flavor of what's in it. There are chapters dealing with what happens when you get contacted by a secret government agency. There are things that happen if you meet a cult. There's a chapter on going to the Dreamlands. These are all like experiences that your character might have, and that's even before the campaign begins. And right now I'm actually working on some lessons learned from that book to create a Carcosa guide, which is going to be somewhat similar, but a solo scenario.
Oh, I'm very excited for that.
Bucho, I understand you are something of an author.
Also, a super clean segue. Yes, I am an author.
That's what Germans are known for. Clean segues.
So I've got 2 short story collections out. The first one is called Scaring the Stars into Submission. It's basically what kind of happens after the event. The event never gets talked about. It never gets explained. So it's really more about how people deal with it afterwards. That was a fun project. My second book is The Machinery of the Heart love stories, but they're not typical love stories. It's like love of objects, love of ideas, love of things, love of concepts. And I get a little weird with it, which I tend to do in all my writing. But it's also digital.
How weird are we talking? Are we talking PG, PG-13, or are we going to some higher level stuff?
I will tell you that in my third story collection, which I've sent out to a potential publisher, I wrote the several minutes culminating up into an orgasm from the 2 perspectives of the people in mid-coitus.
Spicy.
But it's also those weird thoughts that you might have while having sex that like you probably shouldn't vocalize, but like you think about it. I don't know. It was a fun exercise. I go off.
I'm really excited for Bridgett to watch this part of the stream later and realize like what we're talking about.
But the Machinery of the Heart is also interactive. So there are QR codes at the end of some of the stories where it gives you extra added audio. So when you scan those QR codes, you don't need to hear them to enjoy the stories, but it's like it adds to the narrative. Like it's typically a character that didn't get a lot of page time, so it's just extra.
So what led you to come up with that idea? Because it sounds a little bit like something in the digital world that I've seen, like Amazon try, like you're watching a movie and you can call up information like, oh, this person is this actor, and was that an inspiration, or where is this coming from? And also, what type of sound bites are we talking about, given
And by
that
the
we
way,
are talking about some spicy content?
can I slide in now that I technically have my technology together?
Yes.
I thought you were shaking your head, so I'm inclined to say no.
That's because I'm a
Bucho,
dumbass.
please continue.
All right, we're gonna get in here really fast. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies for being late. As you can see, Symphony's producer is here in the background, and he's literally teaching me how to launch a stream from scratch. And as you can see, lots of hilarity ensued. So we're gonna be respectful.
We're crushing it. Crushing it.
Oh, thanks. Listen, I'm like Heinrich. The replay is gonna be hysterical. So, let's see here. We're at 2:15. Family and audience.
Chris says there's no sound so far
from any of us.
That's what it looks. I don't know how long ago that was, but yeah.
Can y'all?
Is that still a thing? Okay.
Oh, I'm hearing Liquidfire says that they can hear us.
Yep. Looks like we're good.
That is weird. Okay, we're rocking and rolling. All right,
yeah,
guys.
it might be on Chris's edge.
All right, and Fire Angel can hear us too. All right, guys.
Okay.
2:15. Cool. We're gonna do this damn thing. Alex, while you're here, do you want to sneak in and say hello or goodbye?
Yeah, it's working.
All right, Alex says that it's working.
I can hear you on my phone.
Okay, beautiful. Do you want to say something to the people?
Hi, people. Thanks for coming to hang out with Bridgett and crew today, and thank you for bearing with us with our growing pains. But life is great.
I love
Bridgett is great. I love Bridgett too.
Thank you.
If you can get Bridgett hugs in real life, get them in real life if you can.
That's the life advice. I love you. Feel free to take one of those dogs with you on the way out.
Oh, I'm taking
Or oh my God! All right, Alex.
Take a dog or leave a dog.
Oh, it's a kitten. All right, guys. So here's the alleged real intro. That's not like technology fails. So good. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Symphony. Symphony Entertainment, Gaming, and Arts is a company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host that you've seen fumbling around for the past 15 minutes, Bridgett Jeffries, and today we are going to be debuting a new segment called the Symphony Sonatas, 60 Minutes of Improvised Horror. So where the hell did this come from? The concept came from my living room, as a matter of fact. Myself and two friends from Road Cthulhu were all sitting on my couch. We were just kind of like bullshitting, hanging out, and we wanted to game, but none of us had prepped any material. They had just come in town for like a dinner out of Canton, and we was like, hey, how about we get together and tell like a 30-minute story? It'll be super rules light. We'll make up shit on the fly, and then we'll just go. And it stuck. The landing actually stuck. So we did it again. And we started rotating keepers or GMs, and then it started turning into the 1 hour one shots. So literally what I did is took the 1 hour one shot, which you're about to see now, and morphed it over here for streamed content for the Symphony Sonatas. Fun fact, if you didn't know, my last Miskatonic repository scenario, Carousel of Fears, was actually birthed on a 1 hour one shot. So, yeah, I know, go figure, right? So let's talk inspiration. And this is going to be my attempt to put up a handout. I myself can do handouts when I'm streaming. So we are going to be pulling inspiration from Hometown Horrors, a Miskatonic repository supplement organized by Evan Perlman that is currently sitting at Copper on its way to Silver. Per the description, Hometown Horrors Volume 1 contains 15 guided tours of the creepy, the spectacular, the terrifying, and the downright odd from places that all the contributors call home. So from vacation homes in Martha Vineyard to the rural Appalachias to Montreal to Havana, we're going to possibly jump into one of these locations today. Both myself and Heinrich are contributors, and unless I'm wrong, Bucho, you're coming up in the second one, right? Yes,
yes. I wrote about
yes.
This was a really cool project. Like, I'm so glad this came across my radar because it was small enough to like get me out of my writer's block, but like
Yeah.
large enough to be significant, which was dope. This is a cool project.
It is. And Evan is just a great organizer. If you get an opportunity to hop on any project that he's at the helm of, do it quick, fast, in a hurry, because he's one of the most supportive, patient cheerleaders that you could possibly have. Yep. We will be giving away a free, hi Chris Bates. We will be giving away a free copy of this. In order to receive your free copy, my producer just walked out of my front door, so hopefully this works. You have to follow the page for Symphony Entertainment's Twitch, and I believe all you have to do is hit ! Hometown, and then that enters you into the drawing. Unfortunately, he left before he could teach me how I hit the button to say who won, so we'll pray about that and we'll figure it out later. Good luck. So without further ado, let's quickly unveil this cast. Cast members, please introduce yourselves, tell us where people can find you, the things you do, and anything you want to promote.
Heinrich, you want to start?
Sure. Another very natural segue.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Heinrich Moore. I am a community content creator. I help organize Miskatonic Repository Convention in October with a few of my friends, including Bridgett. I'm an author with a few scenarios, and as you may have heard from our very non-scripted opening, I'm also the author of Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Character Creation. Bucho, you want to continue?
Yes, another smooth transition. We're very good at this.
You guys are professionals.
Yeah, I'm Bucho. I'm from Kansas City. I'm an author. I'm a painter. I'm a DJ. I'm a pervert. And I am a Call of Cthulhu acolyte. I am currently enjoying the hell out of this game. So I am happy to be here. You can find me most active on Instagram at @TheRealPinkManther. That's where I post up my art, any literature stuff, new blog postings, shit I'm doing to the house, the normal stuff. So that's where you can find me.
Amazing. Just for the viewers at home or in the replay, I have review content warnings with the cast and crew on previous episodes. We were running super late today. So, hey guys, if at any point the content gets where you don't like it, hit me with the X card. Visually would be amazing because I'm having a hard time following all the chats. No judgment is passed. No questions are asked. So, have either of you ever done a 1 hour one shot with me before?
Nope.
We have thrown spaghetti at walls, but I don't think that quite counts.
No, that is me using a player's imagination and my own improv skills to write a game. No, this is a different monster. So, again, we're working off of Hometown Horrors. Let's see here, guys. There are 15 locations to choose from. Chat, do you guys want to pull a location, or would you like us to roll randomly and see what we pull up with? I
think we should give them a list of what's available.
Oh,
because I don't think they know that it's all stuff that's like to the east of the Mississippi.
Oh, so let me tell you guys what's here. If I were smart, I'd have like a handout ready for you, but I'm not that cool to get that populated. So your options are Jersey Shore, New York, or New Jersey, Locust Valley, New York. What is it? Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Birmingham, New York, Martha's Vineyard, Kingston, in Ontario, Canada, Montreal, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Akron, Ohio, that's mine, Circleville, Ohio, Wheeling, West Virginia, that's Heinrich's, Decatur, Tennessee. My mom has relatives in Decatur. They pronounce it Decatur. La Havana, Cuba, Nassau, Bahamas, and those are what we're looking at. I know, and it'd be cooler if I had like a list that you could choose from. Chat, any preferences? Because if not, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds. First person shouts out the locations.
We got one for Akron.
Akron. We're going to my hometown. Congrats, guys. Let's do it.
Another for the Bahamas.
I see a Bahamas.
Uh-huh.
All good random. Listen, I'm already late on time. We're going to Akron because it's convenient for me. All right, guys. Scrolling down to Akron, Ohio. There are going to be 3 different plots that you guys can choose from. Chat, you can take it as well. Let me give you a brief reading. Akron's name was fashioned from the Greek word meaning an elevation or point, due to it being the highest point on the Ohio Erie Canal. Akron, Ohio was once called the rubber capital of the world. Yes, you heard that right. The world. Here are your rumors and your options. Akron is famously known for being the National Hamburger or hosting the National Hamburger Festival. Competition is fierce. How does Sally Weatherspoon manage to take first place each year at the National Hamburger Festival? That's your first option.
I don't need to hear any others.
That's your first option. Hamburgers, chat. Chat and table. Hamburgers. You got that. Your second option. Better living through chemistry. The University of Akron, the College of Engineering and Polymer Science, is the world leader in polymer science and technology research. Are you thinking Migo? We're thinking Migo. That's your next option. Polymer science. Hamburger, polymer science. I'm going to skip Stan Hewitt because I plan on writing a Miskatonic repository scenario on that one. So I'm going to skip down to losing their marbles. Akronite Samuel C. Dyke created the first automated toy factory in 1884. His product? Mass-produced toy clay marbles. Children became enthralled with these gorgeous spherical creations, all the way up until the point that they weren't. Certain children began suffering from strange psychological events after playing with the marbles. An investigative reporter is found on site at the factory, suffocated and buried under a pile of hot clay marbles. The marbles are watching you. The marbles are watching your children. So,
what the fuck is wrong with your hometown, Bridgett?
I don't know what to say, man. Akron, home of LeBron James. Let's do the damn thing. So, are we doing hamburgers? Are we doing polymer science? Are we doing marbles?
Chat is digging hamburgers. We
Chat
got one
is
for
all
Toy
over
Factory.
Oh, Liquid Fire. I like Toy Factory too. That'd be a great scenario. That would be fun. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So, let me pull this document out of my way, and now I can see the faces of my sexy players here.
I'm sorry. The only thing I'm thinking of right now is that scene in Stand By Me where the kid takes the castor oil before the pie eating contest.
God.
And I am losing my shit right now. I'm loving it.
Sand check. All right, guys. It looks like chat is almost unanimous. We're going to the National Hamburger Festival. Heinrich, what era are we working on? Are we doing modern day? Are we doing future? Are we doing 1990s? Are we doing 1800s? What's our era?
Yeah, no, let's go. Let's go 1930s.
Oh, interesting. 1930s. Okay, you're gonna make yourselves work because I'm not gonna work. All right, so we can do that. Bucho, are we as characters? Are we participants where we're actually competing? Are we competitors? Or are we merely festival attendees who are going in market to try this?
Oh, I think we're absolutely contenders.
You're
We're right up in it. We are up in it.
Okay. So we're contenders.
Thank you for not needing me to tell you that you were wrong. I agree completely.
I have lost the screen. Nope, it's back. Yay, I can do things. So what is this woman's name? So 1930s in Akron, Ohio. Heinrich, season, winter, spring, summer. Feels like this is a summer festival thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Spring,
so we're looking
spring going into summer.
Going into summer. So late spring, early summer. If you're like me in Akron, Ohio, your allergies are probably flared up. It is the 1930s, and you all are contenders in the National Hamburger Festival. And as of right now, the last 7 years, Sally Weatherspoon has won in a landslide victory again and again and again and again. She's not coming off of whatever her secret recipe is, but you guys have both tasted burgers, and damn, whatever she's doing, it's really forcing both of you to up your game. I'm going to hop back over to Bucho. Bucho, tell me really fast how long you've been competing in this National Hamburger Festival.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little drop down. Like, my name is Leroy Oink Jenkins. I'm also known as Oink or Leroink. That's what people call me, and I'm wearing overalls, jean overalls, denim overalls.
Okay.
I have been a participant for 2 years.
Okay.
I love meat.
Yeah.
I eat it every meal.
Okay. Oink, the first year that you lost, your first time competing, that's probably not the biggest surprise, but what was so special about last year that you were like, nah, I've got this in the bag, and then you still lost? What was special about your recipe?
I think it was making sure that my buns were moist enough to swallow.
I will hold a straight face. I'm not holding a straight face. Okay.
It's more difficult than you think.
Okay, moist buns that were soft enough to swallow.
It's going to be all innuendo today. That's all.
Oh,
it's gonna
we
be
might
today.
as well. Listen, we started late.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. Let's do the
Yeah.
damn thing. And you still didn't place even close to Sally Weatherspoon. But this year, Oink is going to be different. What are you doing this year? Because you're going to win. You know you're going to win. What did you do differently this year?
I would say that even I had a smaller breakfast, but then an hour before the competition, I went back behind the grandstand and vomited all up, so I had extra room inside me.
So wait, I just want to clarify. You are submitting a hamburger to the competition to be judged, but you're also an eating participant.
Yeah, so
I thought it was
clarifying this.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was an eating competition.
No,
That's what I was.
Who can make
Okay.
the best burger? Yeah, we're good.
Well, then that makes no damn sense. So
I still love it.
I'm with you, Bucho. I very much thought it was a eating competition as well, and I feel like
My
this
bad.
probably says more about you and me than it does about Bridgett.
Probably.
It's fine.
You know what? Last year I put onions in my meat.
Okay.
This year, I put little bits of garlic in there as well.
Ooh. All right. Fresh garlic. It makes the moist buns comment makes so much more sense now. I'm late. Okay. All right. Oink. Leroy. Heinrich, how long have you been competing in submitting a burger for review as a contender in the National Hamburger Festival in Akron, Ohio?
As many years as Sally -1, and that is because I am Sally's half sister, Bernadette Faulkton.
Okay.
She has gotten all the attention because of the quality of her buns and meat. And I have thought that the key is that I need to get my hands on some of her meat. So what Bernadette has done is she has started to skedaddle with some of Sally's livestock over the past month or so, blaming it on foxes.
Okay.
But because it can't be like a total reproduction, right, that would be too obvious, she has actually begun mixing meat together. So it's not just bovine, it's also got some chicken in it and some other meat. I mean, for flavor, it's fine.
For flavor. Yeah. I mean, it's the 1930s. I don't think you're going to get sued about that today, at least. Okay. All right.
Times are hard. We gotta take the meat from wherever we can get it.
Yeah, especially when you're sabotaging your half sister's stock. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Also, I would just like to say, street meat. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
You feel better? I feel better.
I feel better.
I feel much better personally. Okay. We have Oink and Bernadette. It's fine. No one ever remembers me. Everyone just remembers Sally. They're going to remember you after this competition, oh, damn it, Bernadette.
They sure are.
When you take first place, you are going to be remembered. Okay?
Yeah, when someone pulls that rat tail out from between their teeth, that's going to be...
it's going to be so good.
It's going to be memorable.
So good. Okay. Bucho, because Heinrich Bernadette has tied herself with Sally Weatherspoon, why don't you give me an NPC drop down on Sally? What is she like? What's her demeanor? Kind of give me an idea of who Sally is as a character.
I think Sally's actually nice. I think she's like I think she's a genuinely decent person, but like we all kind of hate her because it's like, you know what? Like you can't be nice and win all the time. That's kind of dickish.
Okay.
But her burgers are also really good. Like you really want to hate her, but she's just nice. Like she's not vindictive. She's not cutthroat. She's just pleasant.
Okay. It started off as one of those cool, wet mornings, like, you know, when you walk outside and the grass is wet and like the moisture starts crawling up your calf. And as the day continued and the skies parted and the sun started coming down, you start getting hit with that like unnecessarily uncomfortably hot weather, which sucks for you guys who are over open flames and are preparing food and are dealing with customers and you're soaking wet, but it is great for the festival attendees because they can enjoy their cotton candies and their fresh lemonades, and kids are running around with a snotty nose and lovers are holding hands, and it's a really beautiful day for them. But for you guys, it is hot, it is exhausting, and in your peripheral vision, you just keep looking at the ballots rolling in, and you keep looking at the amount of enthusiasm and the amount of excitement that these Akronites receive again and again and again after leaving Sally Weatherspoon's booth. All ballots have been collected. A group of judges is off to the side, determining who is going to be the top 3 winners who are going to go in for the final, taste test competition. So you guys are going to have a bit of a break right now. Heinrich, how many other contenders are out here right now? How many other burger producers are competing?
I mean, there's quite a few, but you really can't take very many of them seriously.
Okay.
Little Billy, 14 years old. I think he's going to be a contender in a few years, but right now,
Ooh.
I mean, he's not ready to step up to the big stage yet.
Okay. Little Billy at 14. You know what? Good for little Billy. At least he's doing something productive with his time, and it's summer. As you guys are stepping away from your kind of like your shared kitchen area, this is 1930, so I'm sure this is more like one of those things where you have like the open flames and you're cooking. And Sally actually meanders over with 3 cups of water. The open lid, ice running over water. She's got one stuck, in between her elbow, one to her chest, and one in her hand. And she extends one to you, Bernadette, with just a smile. She is completely sweated out. She looks tired. Her curls that are usually bouncy and gorgeous are like completely flat and wet and sticking to her face. And she kind of juggles and she hands the other water over to you, Oink. And she smiles at both of you and she says, "Oh, God, this weather today, right?"
You're right. And like Oink doesn't have a shirt on underneath the overalls. Like he's topless. Yeah. So are you gonna win again this year, or is you gonna let somebody else win? I mean, your burgers are great, but
oh, thank you. I don't know. That's going to be up to the voters, and then of course up to the judges. I noticed you did something different last year from your burgers. Did you start putting thyme in it? Garlic? It's garlic, isn't it? It's absolutely delicious. For your second year, I'm very impressed. I would be very surprised if you weren't one of the top 3.
I can't tell you because snitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I wasn't asking for. No, that wasn't what I was just complimenting. I noticed.
I'm just messing with you.
I will very loudly drink the water from my cup.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Hi, Bernadette. What are you doing this year?
It's a secret.
Secrets all around. I love it. Love a good competition.
Did you have a chance to try hers? They're actually really, really good. The texture this year on her burgers is and she's trying to find a polite word, and this very well from your time with her.
I've got this malicious, childlike grin on my face because the idea of Sally eating rat vermin is really satisfying to me.
She's still fishing for that word. I'm just really proud that you're here. And about that time, a little runner, one of the kid volunteers, little Jamal, he runs by. He's got like mayonnaise and a pickle hanging off the one side of his shirt. He's got grease and sweat running down his face, and he comes and he jumps directly in front of you, Oink. He goes, "Hey, Oink, they're getting ready to announce the 3. Come on!" And he takes off running towards like the center stage of this festival area.
All right, I guess it's time, y'all. Let's hope somebody else wins this year. Maybe.
Awkward Sally is very awkward Sally.
It's fine.
I'll maybe Oink will walk away, and I'll walk away with him, just leaving Sally standing by herself.
Oh!
And I'll whisper up to Oink, because I imagine Bernadette's a bit on the shorter side, so maybe having to look up at Oink, and she'll say, I hope you win.
Well, I hope you win. Though I will say that your burger was a little gamey for me. It was good. It was just a little gamey, little chewy.
I tried a few different things this time, and I emphasize different.
Few different things.
Yeah, it was different. Yep,
it
was different.
You guys are moving again through this hot crowd, and it's one of those things like most crowds, they swell and they come together and they swell, but you can tell that the general motion is all moving towards the east. It's nearing about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so at least the excruciating part of the sun is over, but it's still winding down. It's going to be still hot for a while, but you're moving in and out of the crowd. And because this is rules light shared narrative, when I originally started doing 1 hour one shots, I was doing paper, rock, scissors for successes. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to ask, do either of you guys want to notice something? I don't care.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the two of you are moving your way through the crowd, and
the answer is always going to be yes to that, just so you know. For me, it's always going to be yes.
Listen, and I will work with
face first into the mythos. Let's go.
Let's go. Especially when you've got another 25 minutes to tell this story.
I need you to ruin me. Ruin me, baby.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So
make it messy.
Make it messy. Well, it's not as messy as your damn burgers that you have going over here.
I started with the best of intentions, stealing Sally's meat, but then I just ran out and needed a supplement.
So, Bernadette, you catch this. You hear some commotion on your right side, and Oink, you're getting ready to say something to Bernadette, and you see directly over her shoulders about 7 or 8 people to the right of you. It looks like you get the tail end of a person collapsing onto the ground, and that automatic moment where like people all gather in and then start slowly separating apart, and Oink, you hear somebody call, "Bring the medic!" And you can, feel that vibration, that tension start moving through the crowd as like people are looking around or trying to figure out what to do, should they do anything, or just being nosy.
Well, that's weird.
Let's go check it out.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing we could do is just add more people to this circle of people around this person who's already suffering.
Yeah.
Let's go take a gander.
Yeah. Let's all converge.
I have something to contribute to this crisis.
Right.
I'm not a medic, but I can look real good.
You guys, move a couple curious bystanders by the way. Some kid with cotton candy bumps directly into you, Bernadette, and goes, "Excuse me," and takes off running. You've got cotton candy on the front of your shirt. Yeah, snotty nosed kids, you gotta love them. And when you guys finally open into this quote unquote clearing, on the ground is old Mama Gladys, which you guys all know. She is the loudest Holy Ghostin' preaching black woman with the big hat that she doesn't only wear at church, she wears it here, who is everybody's mammy, who is everybody's business, and is one of the loud members of the community. She's actually here and opened up the local NAACP chapter that landed here in Akron, Ohio. And she is on the ground, both of her shoes off. You got the black stockings and the feet spread the other way, and like she's just laying there, and she's murmuring and muttering something to the effect of, "Oh, I'm okay. Oh, it's just the heat." And you've got somebody fanning her. You've got somebody else kind of holding her by her shoulders, and then you've got somebody else trying to give her water, which she's turning her head away from. And that's what it looks like the commotion is. It looks like that woman that I just named. What was her name? Gladys? Old Mama Gladys?
Mammy Gladys.
Mammy Gladys just went down.
Well, it looks like everybody's got her taken care of. Well, I mean, what could we possibly do?
Does it look like she ate anything?
Let me tell you, Miss Gladys don't play around with her outfit. If she did eat some, there's not a crumb or a drop or a drip of anything visibly on her.
I finger the wrapper that's in my pocket that has one of Sally's kind of trademarks on it to reflect which ones are her burgers and which ones are other people's.
Yeah.
Opportunity will come.
Opportunity will come. And Bernadette, as you're considering life and the things that your sister has been ingesting, and things like the whole carnival, the whole festival has been ingesting that you're completely okay with, which I feel like the viewers should make a sand check for that. You notice that Mama Gladys is still murmuring and muttering, but you swear you catch her call your name. And when you look over to her, she's looking dead at you. She's still talking to maybe everyone or the person that's like coddling her, but she's looking just dead at you. You're looking into just deep, soulful brown eyes.
I'll quickly go to her. I'll crouch down. I'll take a hand if there's a hand free, and I'll try and listen.
Okay. You're getting body odor and like her over fragrant perfume, which is a very nauseating mix as you move down. And this happens very quick as a hand comes up and wraps around your throat, and she pulls you into her. And you're super close, and she pulls up and she whispers into your ear, "I know what you put in that meat." Bucho's face. You're going to hell, Bucho. You ain't worth a damn. I love you so much.
You know, Playa is sort of horrified and anxious at this point. I think Bernadette is just going to give her dead eyes.
Oh.
Like, don't fucking care. Don't fucking care that you know.
Oh, wow.
The hand releases. Another hand is kind of like, pulling her hand off. It's like, oh, Miss Gladys, stop. They're assuming she's delirious with the heat. And you've got shark eyes going against her eyes. You've got her eyes going against shark eyes. And she just frowns at you. She gives you this grimace that is filled with a combination of disgust and disappointment. And she just wags a finger at you with like those really long, deep red nails that she loves to wear. And she's going to say, "God sees you, girl. God knows."
Yeah, I'll wink at her.
Oh, God!
And then I'll go back to Oink and say, we should go to the competition.
Okay, what the hell was that all about? She's grabbed you and then...
Yeah, she's crazy.
I mean, she has her moments, but
Yep.
is she fine?
Like
That's true. You're not a medic either. Well, I mean, she's got plenty of people around her.
Mm-hmm.
She's being taken care of. Yeah, all right. Let's go back to the ceremony, I guess.
Yeah. And I'll sort of break out into a small jog, pulling Oink behind me.
Okay. All right. The delay has caused or has given, what was her name? Sally, enough time to finally catch up with you guys. So as you're pulling Oink and you're running away, you can hear the clip clop of her little incline white picket fence shoes because she's so fucking adorable and just a sweet person. And she's like, "Oh, wait for me. She catches up with you guys, and you move past the crowd. And you know that there's a stage set up that has like the red and white, logo of the National Hamburger Festival there, and the three judges are all sitting there, and it's various, degrees of I'm super hot or I'm drinking water, or they're just kind of interacting with the crowd on the stage below, and they have a roped off section for all of the contenders. So like if you have to get called on stage, they don't have to pull you from the back of the crowd. You can all kind of stand there together, and you're all standing there together. And the host of the National Hamburger Festival, which is who, Bucho? Who hosts this damn thing this year?
Manfred's Meat Manufacturing.
Yes. Manfred's
Meat Manufacturing.
Meat Manufacturing. And Heinrich, who did they bring up as their representative today?
Oh, and Milk Machinery.
And you're just... You want to throw some more M's on there just to make everyone's life difficult?
Okay. You're saying who's the sort of the guest star for Manfred's Meat Manufacturing?
Yeah, like if that's the company that is sponsoring this year's National Hamburgers, like who is the actual agent, the rep that they sent out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Manfred himself.
I hate you guys.
Yeah. But
Manfred
I think
Miller?
Manfred, in light of the Great War, I think has probably changed his more German last name, his family name. Okay. So I think it'll be something like
Milhauser.
Sorry, go ahead.
Milhauser?
There you go. Manfred Milhauser.
Manfred Milhauser, the meat manufacturing man.
From
and
Manfred Meat Manufacturing and
Milk Machinist.
And Milk Machinist. Mr. Manfred Milhauser takes the stage to an uproar of cheers and applause. He is dressed very casually. This is a very fit late 50s white man. So he's got like the long khaki shorts that you would see in the 30s with still like the button down, and he's got a fan, but you know, he kind of settles the crowd. He's one of those men, one of those gentlemen that once he takes the stage, there's just like a presence that he just, you know, just kind of takes, he snatches into it and he brings everyone to attention. He's also like everybody's best friend, which you guys know he's not, but that's kind of the vibe that he gives off. He gives.
I'll tell Oink. Do you think he ate one of my burgers? I hope he ate one of my burgers.
I have a feeling that Manfred Milhauser, the meat manufacturing man and milk machinist, definitely had one of your burgers.
I'll sort of give a smirk and then it'll quickly go away again.
Fair enough. He gets up and he gives, you know, this really swelling, energetic, powerful speech about, you know, how much he loves Akron and how, you know, Akron is the only city worth hosting such an event, and how much he loves the people and how much he loves the culture, and of course how much he loves the food, and all of his gratitude for all the contenders who have come this year.
And America.
And America. 1930s.
America.
You gotta. That's probably the one thing that he does have is probably like the American pin somewhere tied to him. Of course, it's 1930s Akron. And so without further ado, I am very excited to announce the top 3 of our chefs for the Akron, Ohio 1930s National Hamburger Festival. Coming up, can we please give a round of applause for Billy? Billy made the top 3. Billy is standing directly next to you, Bernadette, and he's more shocked than he possibly could. My God, Chris Bates wrote that whole Can you put that in the symphony quote board, please, Chris? The Milford Milhauser of the meat manufacturing man and milk machinist. I love our fans. They're literally the best part of waking up. So, Billy, who's standing directly next to you.
The best part of waking up is waking up with a Manfred's meat manufacturing and milk machinery sandwich.
In your cup.
In your cup. Billy lets out this just victorious whoop right next to you, Bernadette. It's like one of those things, like as he jumps up, you know, this 14-year-old stinky kid, he bumps into you, knocks whatever you had in your hand, and he's like, woo! Ah! And he's, you know, pushing past. He cannot believe that he hit top 3. And to be honest with you, neither can you two.
Yeah, Oink is muttering under his breath, God damn it. God damn it, Billy.
As Billy takes the stage, his little teenage friends are hooping and hollering for him. He is so stoked. He's got a fist jumping into the air, and he goes, yeah! And as he goes up about 2 feet, he comes down flat like a sack of potatoes. Bam! Right there onto the stage. Everything goes very quiet. And what breaks the immediate tension is Billy's mom somewhere in the crowd that starts screaming. What are you guys doing?
Well, Oink is suddenly glad that he did not start laughing. Because that would have been awkward.
That could have been awkward.
But that shit was hella funny. Well, I mean, we've got another person who's injured now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if nobody's rushing up to Billy, Oink will run up there just to check on him. I mean, he doesn't hate the boy. He's annoyed by children, but the boy didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
If Oink's going up, I'll go up as well.
Okay. things that are happening simultaneously. Oink, you move up. Again, I told you guys were like sectioned at the front of the stage, so it doesn't take much for you to like move directly up to the stage where this kid just fell like a sack of potatoes, and his head kind of rolls over to you as his eyes roll back, and you can see this constriction and this undulation happening in his stomach region and his throat regions, and he vomits. You catch just that foul odor of mix of like hamburger meat and bun and pickle, just because I saw it in the chat just trending right now. But there's something else in the vomit that he kind of like spews over to you, and whatever is in the vomit is moving, and it's a lot of them that are moving. Something is popping its head in and out of it. There's a bunch of small something. It kind of puts you in the mind of maggots, but that is not what you're looking at right now. But and he just keeps simultaneously. I'm going to cut right back over to you, Bucho. Simultaneously,
Oink is a sympathetic puker too, just so we know. Like,
just
he's
so
going
we
to turn
know, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Bernadette, you're moving to the stage as well, and you feel a hand clasp over your wrist, and it's Sally, and she's holding you back, and she's looking forward. And all she says to you is, "Don't."
What happened? What's going on?
Cutting back over to Bucho. Bucho, you've got a kid that is vomiting up whatever he's been eating today, but there's something living in it.
The boy is still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Does he notice that there's something living in his vomit?
This is like that violent vomiting, so he's not even paying attention to the substance of it as it's starting to spray at this point.
Oink, this feels like something you should point out to everyone.
In between my own, there's something in his vomit.
Sally, what does oink mean? What does he mean? There's something moving in it.
There's something gross in the vomit. It's moving.
She gently pulls on your wrist. There's a gentle tug over here, Bernadette, and she looks to you and she says, "I think you should go home."
Why do you say that? She is my half sister, so like, we're not always terrible to each other. Well, she's never terrible to me, but I am mostly terrible to her.
Mostly terrible. Yeah, it's definitely a one-sided aggression here. And she looks to you and she blinks and her eyes open again, and she just looks overwhelmingly sad. It's like that sadness that's tangible. It's that sadness where it looks like that cloud just rested directly over her shoulders and is pouring down sadness. She's not crying, but there's just a weight to the just depths of her sadness. And she goes, "I don't think I'm going to win this year. And if I don't win this year, really bad things." And then she starts undulating, kicking back over to you. Oink. You've got a kid who is vomiting things that has creatures in it. His eyes is rolling back into his head. He is starting to seize in your arm where his whole body is thrashing, and then he goes completely still. Let me see if I can pronounce this dude's name. Manfred Milhauser of the meat manufacturing man and milk machinist does the
fucking
North,
legend.
South, East, West Catholic. He goes, "Oh my God, what is it? What is this? Something moving in there. Something moving in there."
Manfred Milhauser, meat manufacturing man and milk machinist. We need a medic immediately. What is going on?
The crowd is starting to push. The crowd is starting to run. People are collapsing all over the place. It's like one of those things just like in your peripheral vision as you guys are like looking around at this chaos. Just bodies are dropping all over the place. Some of them are convulsing. Some of them are seized up. Some of them are vomiting. Some are delirious. But it's happening to like maybe every 10th person around you right now. And you guys both have been in the game long enough. This is getting really close to that riot level of, not riot level, but what's the word? Like when everyone freaks out, like the mass panic. You're like 2 seconds before people start getting stampeded level of
mass hysteria. Mass
hysteria. Yes. There you go. Thank you. Words.
Do either of us feel weird. I mean, I'm assuming that we have also eaten plenty of some of the other contestants' burgers. So
let's talk about it.
yeah,
Do you feel weird? There's no context in this game. It's all shared narrative. Do you feel weird?
let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, I feel weird.
you feel weird?
Yeah.
Bernadette,
Yeah.
do you feel
No.
weird?
There's a little gurgle happening, but I don't know if it's because I'm sympathetic puking because now everybody's puking,
Yeah.
or if it's from the food. But I'm not right. Yeah.
Yeah, let me be clear. Bernadette hates burgers. She has competed for years, but she just cannot stand them. So she would not have sampled
So
the
not only
creations of all of these chefs.
does Bernadette not feel ill from this, she doesn't even feel bad.
Well, no. So let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
I am feeling bad for Sally. It's a bit of a confusing emotion for
Okay.
Bernadette. But what she realizes is Sally doesn't seem to be feeling bad because of something Bernadette necessarily did. Maybe.
Fair.
And if so, that would be satisfying. But without knowing, I think she's just concerned. And she's concerned for Oink. And so what Bernadette's going to do is I'll signal to Oink. I'll yell over to Oink because I'm taking to heart what Sally said about, like, you should not be here. We need to get out. And I want to get out with Sally. I want to
Okay.
sort of, in my arms, I'm going to try and help her move. But that's also a little bit self-serving
Mhm.
because I want to use her kind of as a puke cannon
Yeah,
to
you
create
do.
a path out.
Yeah, there
Yep.
we go. Oh, I love this. You know what? You're a terrible person, Heinrich, and I love it.
Yeah, I hate this so much, and I also just love the hell out of it.
Oh, it's so good. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this much over here, Oink. As this illness starts to like dig its claws into your lower intestines, into your bowels, into your colon, into your esophagus, there's something wrong. There is something very, very wrong, and you are going to get a rapid fire, almost collage, movie, picture, something where images are coming at you so fast that by the time you comprehend the first one, the second one has already interrupted it and is worse than the first one. And it's playing like a movie reel being projected on the inside of your eyelids. Give me an idea of what you're seeing and tie it to, for whatever it's worth with our 6 minutes left, tie it to the fact that apparently something really bad happens if Sally doesn't win this competition every year. It's necessary for the safety of the people of Akron that she wins this competition every year. And apparently she was getting ready to lose. And these ripple effects are coming out. You can tie it to any mythos deity you want. You can tie it to some shit you just made up. It doesn't matter. Just give me an idea of what the visions you're seeing on the inside of your eyelids are.
The visions I'm seeing come from a movie that comes out 49 years later by the name of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and it's everything that people see on the SS Wonkatania.
Okay.
You know, like the bugs being eaten, the snakes, the lizards. Like it's this cacophony of predator attacking prey.
Okay.
It's less outright and more metaphorical is what I'm seeing.
Okay. And right now, if I heard that right, Bernadette, you're driving almost Oink right now, who's getting ready to start spewing from behind, correct?
Yeah. He's sort of my my extra cartridge. So once Sally is out of vomit, then we'll have Oink take the lead so that he can clear a path.
Okay.
You're dual wielding vomit sprayers.
Dual wielding my vomit cannon. Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, I am getting people to safety.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you did. As you're stepping over what can only be dead bodies, as you are getting tousled and jostled around, by people who are just spewing just their internal fluids all over the place, and it all has something in it that's moving. But at this point, whatever is coming out of them from the inside is starting to multiply and is starting to move faster. You hear chittering and a trilling sound, and whatever it is that is coming out, it is growing quickly, because at this point, as you're navigating these two vomiting people, sick people through the crowd, whatever these creatures are slithering and very quickly running across your feet, or they're like wholesale coming out of people's throats. I will make sure on the YouTube replay to put vomiting as a content warning. Food horror and vomiting as a content warning, apparently.
And bad alliteration. That's also something people should be warned about.
That's right. Crimes against the English language.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me write that down because I'll forget it. Bad alliteration. Oh, no. Three-legged hedgehog said they had a burger for dinner. Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was...
I'm not sorry.
I hope it wasn't Bernadette's. So are these skittering things, are they looking or beginning to act kind of hostile? Like, are they chasing those people who, for one reason or another are not spewing their guts out?
No, they're not hunting. They're not chasing. They're not prowling. They're out. They're moving frantically, manically. But let me tell you, the second you get eyes on one, they disappear into a brush, or they disappear into a drain vent, or they disappear around a corner. They're out, but it looks like they're also scattering.
Huh.
Widespread. With 2 minutes left, Sally has turned the point. You're out of the mass crowd of all of this, by the way, Bernadette. You have guided your two vomit shield people out. Sally is to the point where she has been so weakened from the experience that she is collapsing. She is falling over, and now she's actually vomiting up the liquefied internal organs. So there's a lot of black coming up. There's a lot of skin coming up. There's a lot of mucus and bile coming up. And just with a completely saturated face and hair and clothes, she reaches into her shirt, and she does just a weak tug, and she hands you what?
Oh, I think she hands me an obligation. I think she hands me, a pendant that to you and me, it would look like some kind of carved stone hamburger. That's obviously not what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that's what it would look like to us, right? Two sort of buns and an elevated internal ring around it. And so I will clutch it, and I will feel as though something is being passed, a duty is being passed.
Okay.
And I know that it will be very important for me to win next year.
Okay. You have the obligation, you have the pendant in your hand, and her fingers slip off of your hand into the pendants with one last shudder before she collapses onto the ground. Oink, do you want to go ahead and give us your death scene here?
I can feel these sharp tendrils in my colon. And I haven't felt that since I had those tacos once.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Once and never again. And I can just feel my insides on fire. And I can feel my stomach grow. And it feels like I'm pregnant. And I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, God.
And people continue to puke around me, and I start to puke, and I start to vomit up my own black organs that have been destroyed inside me and are now coming up.
Yeah.
So there, my mouth is black. It's just dripping down my chest, going down my overalls, down my naked body.
Oh, that's right, because you were shirtless with the apron.
I also love that Oink looks pregnant, like his overalls have been pushed out by his distended belly.
Yep. So it's just black and gross, and I'm just now I've fallen to my knees, and I can't breathe because there's so much black coming out.
Yeah.
It's not good. I'm having a hard time. Oink, oink dies.
Oink
I really
face plants, and that bulge, that pregnant belly explodes upon impact.
Oh,
And I will let you guys enjoy the rest of that. So, the winners, once the magistrates are able to come up and kind of clean up everything, and it just was decided that it had to be a bad meat or spoiled meat or something. The critters is one of those things that apparently for you, Sally, you were the only person, not Sally, Bernadette, you were the only people to recognize or see. There's a handful of other people that says, hey, there was something moving around, there was something in the vomit, but none of that can be substantiated because all of these creatures are now gone, and they're all chalking it up to bad hamburger meat. The top 3 contestants for the 1930 Akron, Ohio National Hamburger Festival were Billy, the 14-year-old, Oink, with his delicious garlic burgers.
oh, fuck me. All right.
And Bernadette with her gainy, new, fresh approach to hamburger. Sally did not make the top 3. Heinrich, with exactly a minute to go, give us your sunset, being that you're the only person that survived.
Bernadette really liked Oink. Sad to see him go, but she cannot help but kind of do some math in her head as to which competitors are still left alive and what kind of competition they will pose for next year.
Oh,
and
shit.
She's going to change her name in honor of her dead half-sister.
Okay.
And so she will be Sally in next year's competition.
And that, for Into the Symphony, is where our show ends for tonight. Woo! Thank you for sitting through food horror and vomit horror with us. Thank you for everyone who joined in and or is currently watching the replay. You are indeed the best part of waking up, and we sincerely appreciate you. Hey, I think I found out how to do the drawing. Somewhere in Streamlabs, there's this green button that sticks out that says pick winner. I'm going to click the button, see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
We got the chat up.
All right, I clicked the button. Nothing happens. I'm going to click it again. Up, I did it.
Yep. Cosmic Outpost. Nice. Congrats.
Nice. Thank you, Cosmic Outpost. Okay. Comic Outpost with a pen that no longer works. Outpost. Beautiful is our winner. Hey, Cosmic Outpost, if you are still here with us, would you please... Oh, you're still here. Babe, either on Discord or through my email address that I'm going to send it to the chat, send me your... email address that's associated with DriveThruRPG, and I'll have Evan shoot that to you here as soon as he can. He is just getting, let me not put other people's business back in there. Shoot that information to me, and then Evan will get that to you as soon as he can. It'll definitely be within the week. Like I said, you can tag me on Discord. I know you're already over there, or you can shoot me an email to this email address I just put into the chat. Thank you guys again for joining us on our first 1 hour horror. I'm trying to find my document again for what I'm supposed to be saying. Before we empty out the auditorium, let's go around one more time and say goodnight to our symphonic cast. We're going to start with Heinrich again. Give us your name, where to find you, and what you do.
Well, thank you all for having joined what has become Iron Chef Cthulhu, and for participating. We really appreciate it. My name is Heinrich Mohr. You can find me on YouTube under Heinrich Mohr Presents, where we've got actual plays, design diaries, and talk about writing RPGs generally. And also make sure to check out Miskatonic Repository Con happening October 14th through 16th. On Twitter, you can find me under Mohr Heinrich.
Beautiful.
I am Bucho. You can find me in Kansas City. I'm an artist, DJ, painter, pervert, alliterative douche. And you can find me on Instagram at The Real Pink Manther. A couple of my books on Amazon as well. I'm pretty much everywhere, really. Also, come visit us on the Symphony Entertainment Reddit channel. Come talk, come chat. Let's talk shop. Yeah.
Amazing. You two, thank you so much for helping me debut the Symphony Sonatas. To all the viewers who are watching this foolery, just a couple things that I want to put out there. One, you don't have to be perfect at something to start doing it. As you can see, I fucked up the entire first 15 minutes of this stream, but we still did it and we still had a good time. So don't gatekeep yourself out of opportunities, whether that's writing something for the Miskatonic Repository, whether that's starting a YouTube channel, whether that's self-publishing a book, because you don't think you're good enough, or you don't think you've had enough practice, or you don't think, cut all that shit out. If you want to do it, go do it, because at the end of the day, we all start somewhere, and the first 15 minutes of this stream were absolutely hysterical, and I'm going to feel no anxiety or doubt about it because I'm new. And I have a right to fumble in the beginning, and I'm gonna fumble in the end too, because I'm really bad at technology. But again, don't let
we
shit
were
hold
going to
you
have
back.
fun anyway.
Right. So don't gatekeep your stuff out of stuff because you don't think you're strong enough or you're smart enough or you're experienced enough. Jump out there, see what happens. The worst you can do is grow from the experience. Before I get out of here, as a reminder, if you would like to help us create more content like this, Symphony Entertainment does have a Patreon. You can back us at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Bucho, Heinrich, you guys are just the loves of my life. Thank you so much. This is absolutely hysterical on so many different levels and really terrifying too. We hope you have enjoyed the symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a wonderful afternoon, guys. Mwah.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, let's see if I know how to close out of this now.
We're going to be online for another like half hour probably.
How does Bridgett close the stream? I don't know. Okay, what did Alex tell
We'll
me?
be going to the bathroom in the background.
I hate both of y'all.
Yeah.
I think
Cats will be walking across.
I really hate both of you. I love you so much. I think if I hit outro, it sends us to the outro stream screen on Twitch.
Let's try it and see
Let's
what
try it.
happens.
Find
Okay.
out.
All right, here we go. I'm going to hit the button. I'm hitting the button, guys. Here we go.